dishes. Obviously, a lot of them inspired by my cultural upbringing and just enthusiasm. You are almost transported around the world. You know, I'm Chinese and Indian. My family's from Trinidad. I grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area. You know, so when I grew up there, it was a lot of dim sum culture, a lot of, you know, chop suey bao steam buns, a lot of, you know, Asian. My best friend was Filipino. It was eating spam and garlic fried rice and jufran sauce. And then it was, you know, they're like, it was a lot of that, as well as being a Chinese West Indian mother, you do like curry and stir fries in many different ways. So being transported to Miami and seeing that whole tropical Latino Caribbean, smelling curries, rotis, Haitian culture, the Cuban cultures, pan con lechon, cafecito, plantains, sweet plantains, the salsa, the rhythm, the smells of cigar, you know? You are embodied with a new emotion. So growing and having all of that kind of not suppressed, but imprinted, and then going through years of French gastronomic fundamental training. Learning all of what you need to do, you know, from the bottom or the lowest to Michelin restaurants, understanding the mechanics of nouvelle cuisine and mother fundamentals. Finally getting a chance as you're coming your full circle as because what chef you're going to be, you want to express your flavors. So that's where you see things come on the menu like crudos, where I love pristine fish. Again, one coast to another coast, bodies of water everywhere, the beautiful ocean with fishermen coming up to our door and saying, we have this, we have that, and you want to preserve it in its most simplest way and not fuck it up, excuse my language. You know, you serve ceviches, cerditos, and here we're playing with kinelao, the type of Filipino-style ceviche process, which it makes so much sense here on the West Coast, but integrally so much sense in the way we cook and what we do. So we play with those flavors all the way to back in the kitchen, where we're doing certain things like touching North Africa, Morocco, Tunisia, with things like harissa, za'atar, and these type of spices. And we use those things on things that I love as far as the vegetable terroir, the earth, because of my relationship very close with the farmers in South Florida, and even coming out here, learning about who's the farmers here. Is it Hillcrest? Is it herbs from Diane? Or Gilcrest, herbs from Diane? Or honey from the Mesquite region or Pahrump?
Yes.
It's like, what's going on? And being excited about that and trying to find how that voice will implement our culture is a very exciting thing. I didn't find anyone with beets yet, but we're using beets and have that harissa paste and za'atar. So, you know, we try to have fun with those fundamentals. It sounds like it's all over the place, but it's by no means fusion. If we're excited about, again, something Spanish, like a version of something you would get in San Sebastian, Spain at a tapas bar like patatas bravas. But here we kind of put my twist on it, because I always say my internal fat boy loves a little bit of crispy fries all the time. So we're doing like smashed potatoes, wedges, smashed, still creamy, like a beautiful creaminess that you'd get with a Yukon, but crispy like a French fry on the outside, tossed with the salsa verde and a romesco sauce. Finished with a lot of grated cheese, and it's just that decadence of quote-unquote disco fries or poutine culture, but done in a way where we think it will preserve and show respect to the Spanish culture. And going back to the beets with the harissa and the za'atar yogurt, we want to show respect to that North African region. And then again, hitting some of the cylinders of what's made us great with like goat cheese croquetas and membrillo marmalade, which is such a Miami-esque thing to do. You know, when we launch and we get things up and running, our versions of pan con lechon, which is, you know, beautiful roast pork sandwich with mojo and onions on beautiful crisp bread, you know? I think we're all internal like fat boys and fat girls, and we're looking for that little poke, like the Pillsbury Doughboy, right? Of warmth when we taste something, right? It's so primal almost, you hear it, and it's just trying to share the experience and tap into that with good cocktails, genuine food and hospitality and beverage, and hopefully, you know, this great city will receive us well, and I hope a lot of the industry people will receive us well. That's what I'm really shooting for, because you know, it's Las Vegas. We know how it is. It's a very transient. People come and go. Well, it means a lot to me to try to build the bond with the people that are here, and that's what means the most to me.
Yes, I agree with that. But I feel your passion. I can exude it. So you're bringing that to the staff and the people here. How are you working with Sushi Samba? How are you making this identity separate yet still supporting the brand upstairs?
That's a great question. You know, honestly, when we opened up Miami, we had to fight that identity crisis. So for face value, it would be, don't use so many Peruvian things, like ají amarillo, ají panca, and Peruvian corn. Because we wanted to physically identify differently. And also at that time I was doing a lot of nose and tail, offal, which Samba would not do as much, you know? So that was kind of an immediate difference. Through the years, I love those flavors. Those are great ingredients. We want to use ají panca, we want to use ají amarillo. So we choose selectively. We do a beautiful local or West Coast snapper ceviche, traditional Peruvian style with, you know, chocolate Peruvian potato. I'm sorry, Peruvian corn, sweet potato, maíz cancha, in a ají amarillo citrus sauce. And that to me is something that even if there was no relation, I think what Peruvian culture means to this level of gastronomy and trend right now, which is, I think it's the next Latino-based hot trend across the country, I think you're going to see a lot of those Peruvian flavors shared. And if we do it right, I think it only makes people say, oh, well, they are part of Sushi Samba. This one's good here, this one's great here, and they both do it right. And I think that's what lends to that, like, that relationship of being like a family entity.
Great. But, so, I heard a buzz that this turns into a nightclub. Is that still part of the concept? Or is
No. You know, I think that was...
I've heard that. It's kind
you know,
of
listen, we make people feel good.
Okay.
And maybe at the end of the night when people don't want to leave and we have to turn up the lights, we actually turn down the lights and the music gets a little louder and that energy's there.
All right.
But by no means is it a nightclub. But but I won't say that people don't dance in the restaurant. You know, you're sitting at the bar enjoying great cocktails, and our playlist is such a beautiful playlist, eclectic Cuban classics with reggae and ska and dub, and people dance. They enjoy themselves here.
Right down la mera.
Yeah.
Yo soy un hombre sincero, right? Right, Chef? Yeah.
This guy's gonna be the example.
Oh, Mike already knows.
Yeah, so, and you know, that samba does that too. It makes you feel good.
Oh, yeah.
And that's an important part.
Yeah.
Well, so are you going to be splitting your time between
Totally.
Miami and here?
Half and half. I'm already with a realtor going shopping.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we're going to split our time half and half. I enjoy the city. And I genuinely mean that. Like, I'm not on the strip often. I've been checking out downtown because everyone says there's kind of an organic movement happening there. I'm on Spring Mountain all the time, whether it's at Herbs and Rye, Golden Tiki, or Monta, or getting some bites to eat. Michael took a group of us up to Red Rocks to go hiking. I missed that. But I have some other friends here that are always doing recreational stuff like ATV in the desert. You know, when I come in, I'm like, I want to go to the mountains. I want to see what's out there. I want to see what's beyond the strip. So I'm very intrigued by this region because hopefully I could get back out west and hopefully you could see a couple one-offs or two-offs or three-offs of sugarcane, maybe LA, Bay Area. But we'll start with this and see where it leads us.
All right. Well, we're really grateful you're here. And I love your energy. It's so effervescent.
Thanks for having us. Now the proof is in the pudding. You got to taste the food and see if it's worth it, right?
Right. I'm sure it's just fabulous.
It's awesome.
Yeah, we're really excited, and I can see that you are enthusiastic, to say the least. I like it. It's almost like a Cuban feel that I get here.
You know, we're putting more of our rod iron in Miami. There's a lot of rod iron, very deep red banquettes,
love
wicker fans. It's almost a plantation-esque house. And when you feel like it, especially, I mean, it was really hard when we decided, hey, where are we going to do the second unit? How are we going to replicate it? How are we going to transport these people to have the experience that you have when you come to Miami? Because right off the bat, when you come to Miami Sugarcane, it's such a elemental shift. You get off the plane, humidity hits you like boom.
Yeah.
The ocean smells, you're there. You know, you feel like you're in Latin America. And then you come and you're transported to this neighborhood, like you're in downtown Brooklyn. It's like, what's going on here? And then there's no sign. And we kind of go through this forest and you find us and you step into this like paradise and an indoor-outdoor bar and you see these colors. You're transported, no? And then my grill is huge. It's smoking out the whole street. And so we're like, how are we going to do this here? So we tried to really just strategically consider the design and the decor, working with a great team. I'm having a brain. Who's our designers again?
Parts and Labor.
Parts and Labor. They were James Beard nominated, have designed great restaurants, young team. So we want to give them the opportunity to kind of see our interpretation of sugarcane. And you know what? I will say there's a little bit of a brasserie-esque feel in here.
Yeah, you
but
feel
I'm
it.
very happy. You know, the palms, I'm excited, guys. Vamos, let's go eat.
All right, let's go eat. Woo! Thank you, chef.
Thank you, guys.